Hello children. So now we will discuss chapter 3, why do we need a parliament. Okay. So we all are proud of the fact that our country is a democracy, isn't it? And in this chapter we are going to know about some of the functions of Indian Parliament. Okay, and here we discuss the idea of parliamentary democracy. So here we will understand the relation between the ideas of individuals participating in the process of decision making and the democratic governments need to have the consent of the country's citizens. Okay, so these two elements are crucial in making a stable democracy. Okay. So these are the best expressed through the institution of parliament. Okay. Now why should people decide? This is a question, isn't it? So our country became independent on August 15, 1947. Everybody know this, yes. So it was preceded by a struggle over a long period of time in which people from all the section of the society has participated. Now the people who had joined the freedom struggle were inspired by ideas related to equality, freedom, okay, and participation in decision making. Now, these people did not approve of the ways through which the British were ruling our country. And during the British regime, what happened whenever the people of India tried to protest against India, they faced dangers in the form of severe punishment. And after the freedom movement started, the situation started changing on a small scale, very small scale. So the Indian nationalists started criticizing the British government and making demand. And it was in 1885 when the newly formed Indian National Congress placed a demand in front of the British government to allow elected members to discuss the budget and ask related questions. So subsequently, the Government of Indian Act 1909 was passed where the British government allowed some elected representation. Okay, however, they did not allow the Indian citizen to vote or to participate in decision making. And as the colonial government did not allow the people of our country to make decision, therefore after taking part in the freedom movement on a large scale, the citizens became aware of this fact that in independent India they would be able to participate in decision making. So once the country became independent, the government tried to remain sensitive to the demands of the people. Understood? And the dreams of common Indian citizen became true after the Indian constitution laid down the rules of adult franchise where each citizen above the age of 18 got the right to vote. Understood? Yes? Now, people and their representatives. So, democratic countries take off is the idea of consent. It means that the government considers the participation, desire, and approval of people before taking any decision. Okay, so what happened is people have decided to create a democratic government and how it is going to function for the next 5 years. This basic idea behind this fact, that is the basic idea behind this fact, is that a citizen is the most important person. है ना? So the government along with different public institution needs to gain the trust of Indian citizen. So an individual provides his approval to a government by voting for it in the election, and once the representatives who have been elected by the people become MP, that is member of parliament, one group of such MPs comes together to form a government, and the parliament is made up of all the representatives who together do the job of controlling and guiding a government. So here people via their chosen MPs control the government as well. Understood? Now comes the role of parliament.